Each day, processes run controlled by a series of ones and zeros that impact your life in profound ways that are essential to your survival. Yet, very few people are even aware that this is happening around them. Vital components that keep our nation's infrastructure running smoothly, ensuring that food you buy at the grocery store is delivered on time, water is pumped to your sink, and the electricity that powers your house could all stop in a single moment. Last October 4th, the Microsoft Corporation released a blog post about damaging cyber activity that they can detect from a group they called Phosphorus. They believe this group originated from Iran and is linked to the Iranian government. They documented attacks that happened in a 30-day period between August and September 2019, attacking 241 specific Microsoft customers that were associated with the U.S. presidential campaign, current and former U.S. government officials, prominent Iranians living outside of Iran, and journalists covering world politics. This latest cyber attack is just one of the many cyber attacks that our country is facing on a constant basis. In this video, we'll look deeply into the threats of a cyber attack, the ongoing cyber warfare that our country is currently engaged in, and what the effect could be and how we can prepare for it. What is cyber warfare? To begin our discussion, let's first talk about what cyber warfare is and why it's important for us to pay attention to these threats. Cyber warfare is the use of technology to attack a nation, a government, or the citizens to disrupt activities and cause harm or damage. This is basically a form of attack that doesn't require conventional weapons to cause harm or damage. A simple laptop in the hands of a skilled hacker can already cause significant damage to a country or even an individual. But the most problematic thing about cyber warfare is identifying the real source of the attack. Yes, it can be traced to a certain group or even location, or there are even groups that might claim responsibility. But linking it to a certain government or state is hard to do. The recent attack that Microsoft revealed identified the group, but they only believe it is linked to Iran and the Iranian government. They weren't able to provide definitive evidence that the attacks were conducted by the country or its government. The most common types of cyber attack. It is believed that the attack that the group known as Phosphorus conducted was a spear phishing attack, since they used a wide array of personal information coming from the persons they targeted to conduct the attack. Spear phishing, or phishing in general, is a form of cyber attack that attempts to trick its victims into sharing important and sensitive information. They usually disguise themselves as a legitimate and trustworthy company, organization, or individual to carry out the attacks. While phishing is a typical cyber attack that's recently impacted our country, another one is even more dangerous and damaging to systems, which is a DDoS attack, or distributed denial of service, which is designed to overwhelm the system of single or multiple servers to disrupt the ability of the server to respond to legitimate requests. This type of attack actually caused a scare last March 2019 when a DDoS attack targeted the electrical grid operations of Salt Lake County in Utah and Los Angeles County in California, causing interruptions in the electrical system operations, but not to the actual electrical delivery systems. Another common cyber attack that plagues our country is the drive-by download attack, which is used to spread malware or ransomware. Hackers make use of insecure websites, apps, or operating systems to install the malicious file into the computer of the person. The scary part about this attack is that you just need to visit the web page that contains a malicious file, and it will automatically install to your computer. The country has been plagued by 40 ransomware attacks so far this year, and hackers use phishing or drive-by download attacks to deliver them. There are more common cyber attacks like the man-in-the-middle attack, password attack, SQL injection attacks, cross-scripting attacks, eavesdropping attacks, and birthday attacks. Any one of these cyber attacks, or a combination of them, has the capability to bring our nation to its knees, since their main purpose is to steal valuable information and to disrupt functions and operations of important governments and utility facilities, as well as industries like our financial industry. Why do we need to pay attention to this? The threat of a cyber attack is real, but not many people are aware of how devastating it could really be. Most are only aware of the threat of getting sensitive information, having their identity stolen, getting spied on, and having hackers gain access to their money. Though these threats are serious, a cyber attack is actually capable of more than just stealing information and money and spying on people. Our reliance on technology in our everyday life puts us at a greater risk. One article even mentioned that a cyber attack has a capacity to cause destruction that is comparable to a nuclear weapon in the devastation it would inflict. An example of a devastating cyber attack is its ability to cause interruptions to important facilities or services. This article mentioned that in 2016, hackers were successfully able to hack into the U.S. treatment plant and change the chemical mixture. as previously mentioned, was that electrical grid operations in Salt Lake and Los Angeles were successfully infiltrated by hackers. Now, imagine if hackers were able to target our important facilities and structures like the electrical power grid, water treatment systems, and the just-in-time delivery system and cause a severe disruption. They could collapse our entire country if the halt affected food, water, and power. And if they also caused damage to our nuclear power plants, we could be looking at a nuclear meltdown. A cyber attack can also do major damage to our country's economy. In 2018, the US government came out with a report that states the country lost between $57 billion and $109 billion in 2016 due to malicious cyber activities. The report also mentioned that there's a possibility that the impacts of the damage from a cyber attack or cyber theft could spill over from the original target to their economically linked firms and magnify the damage to the economy. Targeting other infrastructures and facilities like the electrical power grid or water treatment facility could also have an effect on the entire country's economy. Another way that a cyber attack could damage our economy is to cause it to collapse or go into a recession. A report came out in 2018 that cyber attacks could potentially cause the next financial crisis. The Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation said that cyber attacks have already reached a point where they are becoming the most important near-term threat to financial stability. The reason for this assessment is just because cyber attacks directed towards financial institutions are shifting from just monetary gains to causing disruptions in critical financial infrastructures. The report adds that a cyber attack that disrupts operation of one or more financial companies can easily spread to the financial networks and operational connections of the entire system, threatening our nation's financial stability. This means that hackers can do more than just steal money and financial information. They can literally plunge the country into an economic collapse if they interrupt the operations of key financial institutions. The current cyber warfare that the U.S. is engaged in. Currently, the U.S. is actively engaged in cyber warfare with Iran. Media sources and discussions related to cyber warfare are dominated by the attacks conducted by both the U.S. and Iran against each other. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, one of the latest cyber attacks is coming from Iran, while the last known attack that the U.S. conducted was in June 2019. There were also reports that the country was threatening to retaliate with a cyber attack following the attack on Saudi Arabia's oil facilities on September 14th, which was blamed on Iran. The concerning part about this is that it doesn't seem like the tension between the two countries will die down. This means that cyber attacks directed towards our country will continue. But Iran is not the only country that the US has engaged in cyber warfare. Russia and China have also been active in their attacks as well. The relationship between the US and Russia was strained following allegations that Moscow tampered with the 2016 US elections to skew the votes in favor of Donald Trump. Since then, there has been a silent conflict between the two countries that went public last June. A report came out that the U.S. Cyber Command has adopted a more aggressive and offensive style in the conflict when it targeted a Russian electrical power grid, to which Russia said they would respond. The alarming part about this is that the latest action is skewing both countries to target civilian infrastructures in this continuing digital warfare between the two countries. But the cyber conflict with Russia won't be easy since the U.S. is late to the party. The country only really started to recognize the importance of cyber defense and the threats that countries like Russia, who have already prepared for this kind of warfare for decades, present, making us more vulnerable and less prepared for a cyber attack. China is the third country that poses a threat of a cyber attack on the U.S. There have been numerous instances where hackers believed to be from China have targeted U.S. companies and government agencies. But unlike Russia and Iran, China doesn't just target our country, as they also conducted cyber attacks on countries like Australia, Taiwan, Vietnam, to just name a few. China's attack is also more centered on cyber espionage, as hackers are more focused on stealing data and information from developed countries. The issue with China, though, is that last July they announced they are cooperating with Iran to confront our country and its unilateralism and hegemony in the field of IT, which Forbes translated as offensive cyber actions. This could mean that we can expect China to get more involved when it comes to our cyber warfare with Iran. What are the real implications to you and I? After discussing what cyber warfare is and why it's important that we also pay attention to it, it's important to discuss the real implications of this form of attack and how we can prepare for it. Just-in-time delivery system. One of the most devastating implications that a cyber attack can do to our country is to cause food shortages in medicine and other important items or materials. They can do this by hacking into the delicate just-in-time delivery system of our country. The system relies on a complex process that needs to function smoothly and without any hiccups in order to ensure food and other supplies are delivered to city centers. If hackers decide to overwhelm the system with a simple DDoS attack, they can prevent certain cities in the country from receiving food, clean water, medicine, and other important supplies that rely on the just-in-time delivery system. To prepare for this kind of situation, it's important that you have an ample supply of food, water, and medicine in your home in case a cyber attack hits the just-in-time delivery system. You can also consider growing your own food if your home has the space for it. Infrastructures and facilities. Another disruptive implication of a cyber attack is if important facilities and infrastructures are targeted. As I already mentioned earlier, hackers already have targeted our country's electrical grid operations and water treatment facilities. Though they were unsuccessful last time, it showed just how vulnerable these infrastructures are to cyber attacks. Should hackers succeed in infiltrating and disrupting key infrastructures like our water treatment facilities, gas stations, and electrical power grid, they could shut down our country's electricity, causing a fuel shortage and take away our access to clean water. Worse, they could also poison our water supply and do more damage than just causing a shortage. One of the things you can do to prepare is to have enough supply of clean water. You can also consider having the necessary equipment to purify your own water, as there are many options on the market. You also need to prepare for the possibility that you'll be living in a city or a country without electricity. This means that you'll have to make do without being able to use appliances and gadgets. You'll need to find a way to store food and medicine since you cannot use your refrigerator to keep them cool. If you can't afford it, you can opt to get a gas or solar power generator to provide some electricity for your important equipment, especially if you're using medical equipment that relies on electricity. Transportation that relies on electricity will also be unavailable, so you'll need to find alternative forms of transportation. For gas shortages, you need to start changing your routine. Instead of gassing up when the tank is almost empty, start gassing up earlier when the tank is just below half full, so you always have enough supply in case you have a hard time finding a gas station with gasoline. Consider storing fuel if you have the space, container, and proper knowledge for it. If both electricity and gas are unavailable, you'll need to find alternative ways to cook your food or boil your water. But the scariest ramification of a cyber attack is that hackers can also target nuclear facilities. In fact, a report from 2017 mentioned that hackers are already including nuclear facilities in their target infrastructures to try and infiltrate. The attacks were trying to target people who have direct access to systems within the plant that, if they were damaged or compromised, can cause an uncontrolled meltdown. This could turn out disastrous for cities near nuclear power plants should hackers succeed in taking over a nuclear power plant and cause it to have a meltdown. Here are some additional tips that you can also use to help your preparation for a cyber attack. Learn to be aware of possible signs of a cyber attack. Though there's really no clear indication or a warning of a cyber attack happening, there are certain signs that could possibly indicate that a cyber attack has happened. Your credit and debit cards as well as ATM machines will not work when a cyber attack occurs. A sudden and unannounced power outage in the absence of a natural disaster or calamity is another potential a cyber attack has occurred. Traffic lights that suddenly stop working or become chaotic could also be another sign. Gas stations will also be unavailable in the event of a cyber attack, since most stations now use digital gas pumps. You should also keep yourself updated and informed. It's important that you try to learn everything you can about cyber attacks to help you become even more aware of them and have information at your disposal when you're doing your own preparations. Cyber attacks are nothing new, but their threat to our country is already increasing day by day. Their effects can be devastating, especially if hackers intend on conducting the attack is to disrupt our way of life and collapse our country. Though our country is doing its best to strengthen our cybersecurity systems that we already have to lessen the vulnerability to these attacks, hackers are also resourceful in coming up with new attacks to counter the new defensive measures in place. That's why it's still important that we are prepared for it. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button, share on social media, and if you have any thoughts or feedback, please post those in the comments section, as I always learn so much from the community. As always, stay safe out there.